My name is Dimitri Prado. I'm the Managing Director of On-Sign TV. We're leading CMS for digital signage. Our product runs on Android devices like Qbic, and we're going to talk about that right now.
Yes.
So, Stephanie, I think for us as a CMS and software company, right, the most important thing, the number one thing for us and for the customers is reliability, right? So you have a screen that will be running sometimes 24/7, and we want to make sure that it always runs and we don't get many support calls, right? So the first thing is reliability of the Qbic devices that we've been working with for 8 years now, and it's absolutely excellent. Second point that is very important is that our platform has a lot of specific features, like for example supporting HDMI in, or GPIO supports to trigger interactivity or control some external device, right? And all these special features, Qbic has a specific model for that, so that's important for us. Also the watchdog, the hardware of the Qbic devices helps with the reliability of the devices themselves, right? So I think the whole group of things, all these things together, make it a very easy choice, okay, for our customers.
That's great.
To the main point, right? Reliability. When you have, we used to say that, we normally say that when you're going to invest in a player, right, in a hardware device, that's the most important decision that you're going to make, because that's the one that it's not so easy to change, right? When you make a decision for hardware, not maybe, but for sure, you want to invest in a quality device and not just go for the cheapest option, let's put it that way, right? Because this is going to be running for 5 years, for 10 years, right? So whatever cost perception that you have, this gets diluted over many years, so it's an investment. Right? Because every time you have to send someone out in the field to switch a device, to turn it on because it's locked up or whatever, right? That's significant cost. Right? So the fact that we can remotely monitor these devices on the platform on On-Sign, you can actually monitor all the resource usages, have the alerts, and everything is tied directly into the Qbic devices firmware. Right? We actually here at ISC had a meeting with one of our leading partners, yesterday, and he's an integrator here in Europe, and he brought in a customer. And when we started talking about player options, because he needed some guidance, he said, in terms of Android, we've been using Qbic for, I think in his case, was 4 years. And they are very large integrators, so they work with all the brands. And he said, the failure rate is the lowest we've seen. So, and this was something that was good, because when we recommend something, it's good to have this feedback because we're in the right track, right? It's not only our personal perception, but it's corroborated by what everyone else is saying.
There's evidence of it.
Yes. So I think there's a couple of things that I would like to point out. First is that frequently you have software updates regarding security patches, or even for some models you can get Android version upgrades. And this is very important because you will get, of course, all the newer features, you get a newer web view for the HTML content, and this can be done over the air, right? Also, in our case, that we have a very complete CMS with hundreds of different features, we are able to create new features that support new peripherals or new integrations, because Qbic, as I mentioned, has the HDMI in, the GPIO, the sensors, and a whole line of products. So all of that, and then going back to reliability too, because in the end, if when something goes wrong, we're the first ones that will help our customer. And we have to troubleshoot and understand and guide them in troubleshooting, because we are remote. This is a hardware issue, a software issue. How do we fix that? And so having a hardware that we know from inside out, all the details, right? And then we trust helps us very much in this sense.
Thank you.